basketball fans, as a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and on behalf of the Board of Education, Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Council of Tri-Valley High School, welcome to Rich Longaberger Court and this afternoon's Ohio High School Athletic Association East District Division II Girls Basketball District Championship Contest between the Lady Dogs and visiting Dover. Please welcome Coach Kyle Dumermuth and the Lady Tornadoes to the Doghouse. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the playing of the national anthem. For this district title game have been selected according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Hello everyone and welcome to Tri-Valley High School for today's district final between the Tri-Valley Lady Scotties and the Dover Crimson Tornadoes, and a chance to move on to the regional tournament. The Sweet 16 on the line here this afternoon. Will Ford with Dave Hilliard. And Dave, the last time we saw Tri-Valley was just on Thursday in a win against Zanesville, a close one. They escaped with a win. That game was close throughout, and Zanesville just played really well defensively with that zone look, and it gave Tri-Valley troubles all night long. But to close the game, Tri-Valley went on a 9-2 run in the final 2 minutes, and they ended up squeaking out that victory. And Dover, they're coming off of a win against Minerva, the number 10 seed, 44-25. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to play this Tri-Valley team, given what transpired on Thursday. But we're set up for a pretty good district final.
I know, Will, and you're exactly right in a lot of things, and I'm sure Coach Kaufman would even agree that they just have not played very well ever since they came off of their quarantine. They played on the 16th of January. They played a really good Lima Bath team, state ranked at the time, and they beat them 57-46. Then they spent the next 2 weeks kind of watching from the sidelines. And then their first game back off that, they played Sheridan. All right, well, Sheridan's a good team. Sheridan's in the regional right now. They won last night. And then the games after that, they have won, but they really haven't played that well.
Right.
Thursday night was a win. We said survive in advance, but they had a lot of trouble shooting the ball from the perimeter. Lexi Howe got to a point in the game where she just took over. And she needs some help today. She needs some people to step up. She needs Anna Krupa. She needs Riley Tracy. She needs Kendall Boffman. She needs Carly Rose. Any of those people, she needs some scoring help today.
And Riley Tracy only had one field goal in that game against Zanesville on Thursday. Anna Krupa did have 12, and she hit the only three-point shots of the evening for the Lady Scotties. Eva Dittmar had 10 with the tremendous length that she has as a freshman.
Dittmar in the fourth quarter, she came alive in the fourth quarter. She ended up with 6 points in the fourth quarter, 6 really big points. Finished on a tough shot where she got a lot of contact. No foul was called, but she finished down low and scored a big basket. So, you know, yes, Lexi Howe can carry it, and she did for a while, but she needs some help. These games, you keep winning in the tournament, everybody keeps getting that much better.
Yes.
She's going to need some help today.
Number 1 Tri-Valley, number 5 Dover. A chance to move on to the Sweet 16, and Tri-Valley wins the opening tip.
Dover's going to play man-to-man.
Dribble handoff to Lexi Howe. She hesitated, almost lost it. Now a dump down inside to Dupler to get the scoring started for the Scotties.
Super pass there from Lexi Howe. Normally she's taking that to the rack, but she was a distributor on that one.
And now Tri-Valley going to open up in some full court pressure, and Krupa forces it out of bounds.
And that's what Tri-Valley needs to do. They need to get their defense going early and create themselves some easy opportunities.
And a trap near half court. Ball's on the floor. Lexi Howe with a steal. Tries to throw it ahead to Krupa, but it goes out of bounds off of Dover.
And there's that defense. Tri-Valley bringing out the full court pressure and got a nice trap. That's a great spot to trap on just when they get over half court with it, because you got the, once they've entered the front court, they can't go back anymore. So that's an extra defender, a good trap there, and force themselves a turnover.
Here's Krupa on the right side. Now Howe's going to attack the basket. Nice dish down inside to Dupler again. Four to nothing, Tri-Valley. Now a mid-range jumper for Dover to get started. Morgan Kaiser.
Kaiser looked like she was trying to get rid of it, but actually got squared up and got the nice shot off and broke the ice for Dover. And there's a turnover from Tri-Valley. Riley Tracy loses control.
Just a minute and 15 seconds gone by in the first quarter here in Dresden. Some more full court pressure here from Tri-Valley. And getting awfully close to a 10-second violation, and they cross midcourt, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Krupa forces the turnover.
There's a second turnover already here in this game, and that's just gonna, they're just going to keep ratcheting the pressure up that much more if they can get Dover to turn it over.
Now Riley Tracy, who struggled on Thursday, attacks the basket. A lot of contact, no foul, and there's going to be a foul on Dupler, and it's going to go the other way off the rebound.
You're right, a lot of contact there, but nice aggressive move from Riley Tracy. She's one of those ones that needs to step up here to help Tri-Valley today.
Dover does a good job breaking that pressure. Now a drive baseline and a pass out to the corner. Now back up top. Here's Connor with the basketball at the high post. Tries to look for a backdoor cut, loses it. Good defense from Dupler. Now down inside, back out for three. Dover misses. It's a miss from Luneborg and out of bounds.
Good box out from Riley Tracy there. Tri-Valley going to get possession.
Ditmar on the wing. One dribble to the left side and tries to hand it off to Howe, and she loses it, and there's going to be alternating possession.
That's going to go to Dover. Tri-Valley had the tip.
Dover throws it ahead. Now a trap near midcourt. Picked up her dribble, nowhere to go. Ball's loose. Anna Krupa dives on it, and they're going to call
10 seconds.
10-second violation. Seconds. Really good defense there for Tri-Valley in that full court press. Howe's going to slow things down now. Score is still 4-2. Over to Dupler on the wing. Now back to Howe. She surveys, crosses over. Ditmar's going to drive, and they're trying to set up those backdoor cuts, but Lexi Howe's going to float it up and in off the spin move.
Nice spin move from Lexi Howe in the lane. Two more for Lexi. Almost another turnover on the press.
Dupler tried to gamble. Nice job recovering from Tri-Valley. Kaiser attacks the rim. Wild shot misses. Lexi Howe can't collect the miss, and Howe's hurt. You can see her on the floor. She kind of landed awkwardly, and there's going to be 2 shots for Dover. Going to the line will be Morgan Kaiser for points number 3 and 4.
That was on Riley Tracy. That's her first and the team's second here early on.
Kaiser nails the first one.
Substitution for Tri Valley number 12, Carly Rose into the game.
Somebody's got to come out of
Yeah, I
the
was
game.
going to say, there was a little confusion on the substitution there. Riley Tracy thought she was coming out, but Howe's actually going to sit down, and trainer's going to look at her for a minute because she landed very awkwardly on that possession, trying to go up for that rebound. That's 2 free throws for Kaiser.
She kind of shrugged it off like she said she was all right. But Dover now switching to a little 2-3 zone look here, and not surprising given that Tri-Valley had such a tough time against the zone the other night.
They get it to the high post to Tracy. Hardly any dribbles taken. Really moving it around. They get it to Riley Tracy from the free throw line. Short. Ball's on the floor, and they're going to call a tie-up.
It was a good ball movement and a nice shot. Nice look there for Riley Tracy. Just couldn't get it to go, but scramble for the ball, and they're going to keep it on the alternating possession.
Ditmar gets it in the corner. Back down to Tracy. She gets fouled. The strong move inside.
It's going to be on Tori Jones. That's her first, and that's the team's first. Riley Tracy going to shoot a couple here.
Tracy's off on the first one. She's still scoreless here in the first quarter. Almost halfway through the first. She only had 1 field goal on Thursday. Struggled offensively, but she gets the second one to go.
That's what she needed right there. She needed to see the ball go through the rim. So maybe that'll get her going a little bit. She finally broke the ice scoring.
Krupa with a deflection, now a trap on the sideline, and it's going to be a turnover. An errant pass goes out of bounds near the scorer's table. Oh, and they're going to say it was deflected, and it's going to stay with Dover. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't know if you saw anything different, Dave.
The crowd seems to think that was the wrong call, but that was the Tri-Valley crowd, so she must have got a piece of it somewhere.
Here's Kaiser with the basketball. She has all 4 for Dover in this first quarter. Trying to look for somebody to get open.
It's 5 seconds.
5-second call and another turnover.
Nice defense from Carly Rose, pressuring the basketball and getting a 5-second call, just nobody to get it to.
Krupa's going to run point against this 2-3 zone. Lexi Liddick is in the game. Now they reverse it. Trying to look for Dupler on the baseline. Carly Rose is going to fire a 3. Too strong. Ditmar collects the miss. Puts it on the floor, though, and it's a turnover. Here's Martin for Dover. Jump stop. Gets blocked by Krupa from behind.
Nice play from Krupa. Hustles back and makes a big defensive stop.
Krupa swings it cross court. Dupler thought about a baseline jumper. Some more ball movement. And a turnover. Martin gets that steal, getting in the way of Dupler at the high post.
Lexi Howe going to come back in the game here. Coach going to substitute her back in.
Fadeaway jumper off the glass is true for Kaiser.
And if there's a question as to who's going to be their main offensive threat, I think it's answered early as Kaiser has all 6 Dover points.
Liddick gets it to the high post. Back out to Krupa for 3. Short. And a rebound Dover. And Addie Martin rips that away. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first. Here's Leah Connor with it. Over to Martin. And a quick 3. Missed.
Oh, wow.
A tap and a rebound and a deuce for Leah Connor. And Dover takes the lead 8-7. And that's the first player other than Kaiser to score for the Tornadoes.
Dittmer got pushed down from behind, and there was no call. And Coach Kaufman was asking why wasn't her over the back call, because she did get pushed, but I guess they didn't deem it enough contact to call a foul. So offensive rebound there collected. Dover has taken their first lead of the game here at 8-7.
And you're starting to see Tri-Valley maybe struggle a little bit with that zone look, because they haven't scored in a minute here, and
they got good looks.
They have been getting the looks,
good
though.
looks. So I mean, that's all you can really ask for. You just keep getting a good look at it. So.
And Lexi Howe is back in the game for the Scotties. That's good to see, and we'll see how she moves on that leg. And she looks like she's okay. Krupa fumbles it momentarily. McLaughlin can't catch it. Howe pump fakes, loses it, throws it out to Krupa. Now Riley Tracy fires a three. That's off the front of the rim, but she gets her own rebound. Couple dribbles, she'll fire up another shot and get it to go down.
Big basket for Tracy. She needs to see one go through like that for her after the free throw as well. So good for Riley Tracy. She's got 3 points early here. McLaughlin in the game. She hasn't played. She was in a boot the other night.
She was.
Good to see her out there for Tri-Valley.
And there's going to be an over and back called. Tori Jones caught it near midcourt and stepped over the line.
And that's 5 turnovers now for Dover, and that's the script for Tri-Valley. They need to create turnovers, and they have done so here so far in this one.
McLaughlin sets a screen. Krupa in the corner, down to McLaughlin. Good ball movement. Lexi Howe for three. No. Over the backboard, out of bounds.
Again, good ball movement there by Tri-Valley, and they had a good look at it.
.60 seconds left in the quarter. Tori Jones. Now over to Kaiser, and Kaiser gets doubled. And they're going to call a foul on Riley Tracy. She had her hand on the arm of Kaiser and pulled her down.
And that's her second foul. Third on the team. Coach looking for a sub there. He's going to put Liddick in for her, I believe.
50 seconds left in the quarter. Inbound to Kaiser and a steal by Krupa. Krupa runs by herself coast to coast and gets the layup. 11-8 Tri-Valley, 35 seconds remaining. Here's Kaiser over to the corner.
Nice
she gets
cut.
it back on the cut and finishes.
2 points for Dover. Morgan Kaiser with them.
Kaiser has 8 of Dover's 10 points. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Krupa is going to pull it out. 10 seconds. Carly Rose over to Liddick in the corner for three. No. Carly Rose is going to get called for the foul. She made contact with Addie Martin. 3.8 on the clock. And Dover will have a chance at a heave to finish the quarter. And a Hail Mary pass thrown ahead near midcourt, and they throw it up. No good. You're right. It should have been an over and back call there. She made contact with it, but nonetheless, the score is going to remain 11-10. Tri-Valley with the 1-point lead as we head into quarter number 2. We'll be right back with messages from our sponsors, Rankin & Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC, Muskingum Valley Health Centers.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin & Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
In the Army National Guard, my part-time service lets me serve close to home, keep a full-time job, and earn money for school. I really can have it all in the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Back to Dresden here for the second quarter of this district championship game. Tri-Valley holding an 11-10 lead after one. Dover going to inbound it here to start play in the second quarter. And Tri-Valley going to come out in a zone this time. They've been man-to-man the whole game, but now they're giving a zone look here. Tori Jones out in front. A little bit of confusion there. I don't think they were expecting a zone. Over to Luneborg. Luneborg dribbles the baseline side, looks to get it inside. And that's inside it. Morgan Kaiser tried to get the shot up, couldn't, but Tri-Valley corrals it. Krupa on the run. She gets the layup to go. That's her 4th point. Back to the pressure again for Tri-Valley. Trying to create themselves another turnover here, another opportunity. Here comes Jones. She dumps it down low. Dittmar disturbed that shot. Krupa corrals it. Here they come on the run. She kicks it out to Rose. She lets the 3 go. Bang! Big bucket from Carly Rose. And Will, that's what we were talking about. They needed somebody else to contribute, especially from the perimeter. And Carly Rose, the other night she had some really nice looking shots. They were right on line,
Yes.
just a little bit deep a couple times, a little short, just not quite there, but good to see her just let it fly out there with no second thoughts. And she connects, and now it's 16-10. So there's another good run here to start the quarter, a little 5-0 run, and that prompted a timeout from Dover.
Yeah, it's a good start to the quarter, and Dover, after one, had 6 turnovers, but they were only trailing by 1 point. So, I mean, they were still very much in the game. They're still very much in the game right now, but they've got to, get a basket and stop this 5-0 run and try to keep this from getting too far away.
Bad news is you got to inbound it against this pressure. And Tri-Valley has been relentless, and there's another trap, and they forced yet another turnover. 7th one, Howe, she's got a head of steam. She's going to the rim, and she got fouled, and she's going to shoot 2. And that foul was on Addie Martin, and that's her first foul, team second. Howe at the free throw line, getting a chance to shoot 2 freebies here. And the first one is good.
And she doesn't appear to be, too injured at all. After that fall in the first quarter, she seems to be attacking just like she normally would.
Right. She sees that opening, and she is going to the rim. In and out on the second. 17-10 Tri-Valley. 6:47 to play here in the second quarter. Carly Rose harassing Jones again. Gets a screen, lets the 3 go. Can't get it. Here comes Howe. She's got the rebound. She's on the run. She's got that head of steam. She pulls up, kicks it out to Liddick. Liddick's 3 in and out. Nice board by Dittmar, and she dumps it down to Howe for an easy 2. 19-10 now, Tri-Valley. 6:20 to go until halftime. Scramble, nice fake there. And Leah Connor, nice head fake, drive to the basket. She got a foul. She's going to shoot 2 free throws here. That foul was on Howe. That's her first. And you stop the bleeding a little bit here for the Crimson Tornadoes. She gets the first one.
And you notice, the difference from last game to this game. It just seems like Tri-Valley is playing with way more urgency, especially defensively, trying to get into those passing lanes. They started to do that at the end of the second half yesterday, but they were gambling too much, and it was leading to easy baskets for Zanesville.
Second one's off, rebound off to Tri-Valley. Rose looks ahead, Krupa's got it. Picks up her dribble out front, now to Lexi Howe. Still looking at a little zone action here from Dover. Krupa skips it over to Howe. She's gonna let the 3 go. Off the mark. Dittmar battles, can't get it. Here comes Dover with a chance to cut into an 8-point deficit. Jones with the basketball. She's harassed by Carly Rose. Rose right in her grill, and she's made her step over and back. Carly Rose, that's the second time she's created an on-ball turnover defensively, and that's now 8 turnovers for the Tornadoes.
And every time Dover crosses half court, the Scotties just swarm the basketball.
It's really hard to run your offense when people just disrupt you that much. Into McLaughlin, back out to Howe. Krupa has it, back to Howe again. McLaughlin looking to dump it in. Howe to Krupa. Kicked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Tri-Valley. They lead 19-11 with 5:22 to go here until halftime. District championship game, trying to get back to the regional again in Zanesville, right down the road if they can play again Tuesday night. Rose lets it go through her hands, but gets it back. Krupa's got it. McLaughlin into the baseline. Back to Krupa. She dribble penetrates. Not going anywhere. I think they're calling a foul there. And it was, and that's going to be on Tori Jones. And that's her second foul. And she's been the primary ball handler for Dover, so don't want her to get in foul trouble. Howe going to inbound it for the Scotties. Gets it to Ditmar. Howe posts up, but Ditmar just throws it away. Tri-Valley's 4th turnover now. Back to Jones. Krupa's got her this time. Krupa forces her to her left. Carly Rose gets her hand on another basketball. There's Howe. She tries to get a steal. And that's going to be a foul on McLaughlin. A little bit out of position there. Dover doing a nice job getting through the pressure finally and taking it to the basket. Yeah, good for McLaughlin to be out there, though. That's her first foul of the game. 6 on Tri-Valley now. Martin has the ball out front for Dover. Now to Jones, facing that zone again from Tri-Valley. And a turnover, and that's 9. Ahead to Howe, here she comes on the dribble. She gets it taken from her. Turnover from Lexi Howe, that's 5 turnovers for the Scotties. It's normally where she goes to the basket, tried to pull up. There's Rose again, harassing Jones. Nice job there from McLaughlin on the ball as well. Jones beats her, takes it, gets a shot off, can't get a rebound, no good. Ditmar finally gets a rebound, she's got it to Howe. Howe's going to the rim. Gets blocked, nice defensive play down there. Trying to see who that was. Was that Kaiser that made that play? Yes, it was. I believe
so.
Nice block by Kaiser on Howe. Howe didn't go with her left hand. She should have shot it with her left hand. You shot it, put it with your right, it gets blocked. Dover surveying the screen here. Jones got it out top. Connor ran a little curl off that screen, couldn't get open. Pull-up shot, no good. Howe with the rebound. Here comes the Scotties, running again. Rose has got it. She dribbles down, back to Howe. Skips it to Krupa. Krupa lets the 3 fly. No good. Scramble for the rebound. McLaughlin causes that ball to go off Dover, so Tri-Valley going to inbound it underneath their own basket. Carly Rose getting a little break. Lexi Liddick back in. Nice job by Carly on defense and hitting a big 3 in there as well. Krupa inbounds to McLaughlin. She dribbles back to the top of the circle. Liddick's got it. She wants to get rid of it. Now it's in Howe's hands. Man-to-man defense from Dover this time. Screen for Howe. She can't use it. She gets it over to Liddick. Liddick, nice ball fake. And I think they're going to call a reach in there. That's going to be on Addie Martin, and that's her second foul for Dover. 4th team foul. 2:48 to go here. Tri-Valley by 8, 19-11. Their own ball out of bounds. Inbounds it to Ditmar. Liddick penetrates. She kicks it to Krupa. Back to Liddick. Ditmar's got it again. She's waving her off. Now it's to Howe. Howe's got it in the middle of the basketball floor. She gets a screen. Doesn't use it. Kicks it to Krupa. She lets a 3 go again. Off back iron. Long rebound, but a foul's going to be called. I think McLaughlin might have pushed off there to get that one. That's going to be her second foul. And that's now 7 team fouls on the Scotties. So Dover going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Tori Jones getting 1 plus the bonus if she can get the first one here. Dover has 1 point this quarter, Will, a free throw, and that's it.
Yeah, it's tough sledding right now for Dover. And missed the free throw, but an offensive rebound, nice.
That's something you cannot let happen. Janie McLaughlin, she didn't do a good job boxing out. Dover gets an offensive rebound and gets an easy bucket that way. Ditmar has it on top. Back to Liddick. She penetrates. Gets it to Howe. Howe penetrates. McLaughlin looking for that backdoor cut. Couldn't get it to her. Krupa has it. Back to Howe. She's going to try to penetrate with it. Liddick comes to get the handoff. She turns the corner. There comes Krupa out to Howe. Three-pointer on the way. Bang! Lexi Howe. That's her 8th point of the ball game. Tri-Valley up 22-13 now, and they've got that pressure on again. Almost a turnover, and it is a turnover, but
over and back for Liddick.
Liddick she went over and back. Nice play though, and again they're getting another turnover. That's 10 turnovers from Dover, and that's just too many against a team like Tri-Valley.
Coach Kaufman trying to argue out that call with the official on the sideline, but to no avail.
Coach Kaufman doesn't believe that was an over in the back. It was tough. I thought she went over and back, but we were at a really bad angle to determine those kinds of things. So Jones with a basketball. She gets it to Connor. Connor on the dribble, and she turns it over. Lexi Howe in the passing lane. She's going to the rim. She's got 2 more. 10 points for Lexi Howe. 24-13 now with 1:08 to play in the first half. Dover having trouble getting any kind of offense going with this defense from Tri-Valley. They break the pressure that time. Out into the corner. 3 ball on the way from Luneborg, and that's a big bucket. 24-16 now. 42 seconds left to play in the first half. And Tri-Valley content maybe here to just hang on to it and try to get the last shot. Dover going to let them do it, trailing by 8. Like to get to the locker room probably and talk about how to better handle this pressure, but it's either going to be an 8 or 8+ points if Tri-Valley can score here in this last 20 seconds now of the first half. Play-by-play nightmare, standing there dribbling at will.
It's okay, they did it to me yesterday.
They did it to you yesterday on Thursday.
Or yes, that's correct.
Lexi penetrates, spin move, throws it up. No call there. And here comes Dover, lots of contact. Going to throw it up from half court. If it's off the rim. And that ends the first quarter. 24-16, Tri-Valley leads it here in this East District Division II girls final. 24-16.
Yeah, it's a really good second quarter there for the Lady Scotties, opening up with a 5-0 run to start. And the pressure has been on for the entire first half, forcing a lot of turnovers. Lexi Howe with 10 points, but tonight she's getting a little bit more help from the girls around her. Taylor Dupler scored the first 4 points of the game for the Scotties. Anna Krupa has 4. Carly Rose hit a 3 in that second quarter. Riley Tracy's still been a little bit quiet, but
well, she did come out of the game there. She had some foul trouble.
Yes, she did.
So she was out for a while.
Yeah, so in the third quarter, I'm sure they'll look to get her going a little bit. But defensively, as long as she stays out of foul trouble, she'll be in the game. But, yeah, it's a good second quarter for the Scotties, and if they play like they did in the first half, they'll be on their way to the regional.
Well, and that's coming up Tuesday night at Zanesville High School. And just looking here at the bracket a little bit, the winner of this game will play Vinton County. Vinton County just smoked Circleville last night, and that's a team that was in the regional last year that Tri-Valley beat to get to the state, which didn't get to get played. Circleville beat Sheridan as well in that regional. And then the other side of the regional, there's Sheridan is going to play the winner of West Holmes and Indian Creek. West Holmes and Indian Creek playing today as well. That's the first game on Tuesday. That'll be at 5:30. They're going to clean the gym between games, and then the second game between the winner of this one and Benton County will be at 8 o'clock.
At halftime here in Dresden, Tri-Valley with the 8-point lead, 24-16. And during this halftime, we'll have messages from our sponsors, Rankin and Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC, Muskingum Valley Health Centers. We'll be back with the second half of play in this district final. Winner moving on to the Sweet 16 here on youtube.com/Storied Rivals.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin and Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
Hey, this is Sergeant Raz. This is what it's like in the National Guard. Did I mention it was part-time? I give them my time, they pay for my education. We all have family. This is my extended one. What are you doing today? Check out nationalguard.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
There's some more great music on the official station for Tri-Valley High School Athletics and Lady Scotty's basketball. You're locked into Game Time. Good evening and and welcome to Tri-Valley High School and the Doghouse for tonight's OHSAA Girls Division II East District Final. Tonight's matchup features the Dover Lady Tornadoes versus your Tri-Valley Lady Scotties. The winner moves on to the regional semifinal at Zanesville High School Tuesday, March 2nd at 8 p.m. We wish both teams good luck during tonight's game. Back to the music after this. On the home for Lady Scotties basketball, this is Game Time.
More music just for your game day and home of the Tri-Valley Scotties.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
In the Army National Guard, my part-time service lets me serve close to home, keep a full-time job, and earn money for school. I really can have it all in the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Welcome back to the Doghouse, the district final between the Tri-Valley Lady Scotties and the Dover Crimson Tornadoes. Will Ford with Dave Hilliard. And the score is 24-16, an 8-point lead for the Lady Scotties as we're ready to get the second half underway here in just about 30 seconds or so. But Dave, I think Dover's going to try and regroup a little bit. The game is by no means out of reach at all for the Tornadoes, but they've got to try to find another score offensively to kind of take on some of that offensive pressure, because Morgan Kaiser for Dover has scored 8 of the team's 16 points. That's half of their points right there, and they've got to find someone else to kind of help them out a little bit.
And again, the first 4 minutes here of the second half, most critical point of this basketball game right now.
Ditmar catches it off the curl. Nice feed to Dupler, and she misses it with the left hand. But that's exactly how the game started for the Scotties. 2 nice passes to Dupler down low. And she got both of those baskets to start. Misses that one. Riley Tracy gets a steal, or almost a steal, knocks it out of bounds.
Riley Tracy, she's always been around the basketball this year. That's been her MO. She's around it. She gets her hands on it. Almost came up with another steal right there.
Now out on the left wing, Krupa guarding. Now they'll swing it around. Dump down low to Kaiser. Dribble to the middle of the paint. Misses it. Rebound Tracy. Lexiao has 10. Only player in double figures for the Scotties. Now Riley Tracy over to the corner. Howell's going to penetrate over to Ditmar. She thought about a 3, going to attack the basket instead. Another nice pass to Dupler, gets blocked. Rebounds it, throws it out to Howe, and Howe can't catch it.
That's because Lexi Howe tried to catch it with one hand. You got to put 2 hands on the basketball, and that's, you know, we did a thing back when I was coaching. We looked, and about 75% of all turnovers occur on the pass. And just putting 2 hands on the basketball is such a big deal. It seems very little, but it's a big deal. And right there, that's just one of those. She should have caught it, but she just put one hand up.
Addie Martin gets out of trouble.
She traveled.
They're actually going to call a foul.
Oh, they're going to call a foul, okay.
But I was with you. I saw the travel, but they're going to call a foul on the bump.
And that's Riley Tracy's 3rd foul.
Leah Connor was trying to get to the basket. Inbound to Addie Martin. Now back to the corner, Kaiser. Carly Rose badgering her. Now a feed into the middle of the paint. Luneborg on the floor, and they're going to call a jump alternating possession.
And that's going to stay with Dover, yep. Tri-Valley had the first possession here in the half. No score here in a minute and a half of the second half so far.
Nice feed down inside and a quick foul, and 2 shots coming for Addie Martin.
That's one. You just can't let that happen defensively. Just a bounce pass on the baseline out of bounds to the rim. You can't let that happen. And a little bit of sleep there from Tri-Valley on that. Ditmar with her first foul.
And that pass split 2 defenders. Just went right in between them, and that's a miss from Martin on the first one.
Still yet to break the ice here in the second half, either team.
Martin goes 0 for 2, and Lexi Howe gets the miss. Martin tried to get a steal off of it. Howe's going to call out a play.
Man-to-man this time. They've got this.
Ditmar sets a screen. Looking for Tracy on the back cut. Now Krupa. Dover fans thought she walked. Lexi Howe attacks, throws it up, and gets the foul.
You can just tell when she gets that head of steam going, she is going to the rim. And that's going to be Tori Jones' 3rd foul. As we pointed out earlier, she's been primary ball handler for Dover. They can't afford to lose her.
That's a make for Lexi Howe. Lead up to 9 for the Scotties, and up to 10 again. 26-16. Jones inbounds. Now she has it with Krupa on her face.
Here comes a trap.
Over to Kaiser. Crosses over. Now attacking middle. Kicks to the corner. A 3 lined up. Too strong off the back iron. Ditmar can't get the miss, and it actually hit off the back of the head of Carly Rose and went out.
Ditmar had it, kind of dropped it on Carly Rose, and Rose didn't see it coming. Hit her in the back of the head.
Jones inbounds, and she wanted it back in the corner quickly. Now he's going to fake, throw it down inside. And that's a missed shot, altered by Ditmar, and then Tracy runs right into Lexi Howe, and that's a turnover. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Riley just needed to stop. I mean, she's got in a little bit of a hurry. She just needed to stop.
Bumped heads with Lexi Howe and hit the floor, and Dover gets it back, and then a foul on Riley Tracy, and she's going to have to sit down now. That's 4, and we're not even 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and she's going to have to sit for a while.
You know, on the bright side, though, I mean, McLaughlin has played some for him, and Carly Rose has done a nice job off the bench. You know, they're getting people coming in off the bench. That should have been an illegal screen right there. But
and that's a missed shot from Tori
Krupa's gonna
Jones.
get it.
Krupa loses it. It's on the floor, and Howe spins out of it.
Good hustle there, both teams after that basketball.
Krupa might have gotten away with a walk. Now here's Ditmar. Kicks it to Lexi Howe. 4-3. No. And a rebound, Jones. Now it's on the floor. McLaughlin throws it out to Krupa, and that's out of her hands. A lot of sloppy play from both teams here in these last couple of minutes.
Tri-Valley now with 9 turnovers. Dover still with 11.
Inbound to Kaiser, and Kaiser is going to take her time. Rose was going to come on a trap. She backed out of it. Now she's going to come and trap. Howe gets her hands on the basketball, and a timeout called by Dover. And Coach Kyle Dummermuth is going to talk it over.
Well, Will, we talk about the first 4 minutes of the second half. We're at 5:01 to go, so we played 3 minutes, and it's 2-0 here in the third quarter. 2 free throws from Lexi Howe has been the extent of the scoring. Dover hasn't really got a good shot, a good look at the basket.
No.
They had a couple, you know, they've run a couple nice little offensive sets, and they struggle to find space to get up a really uncontested shot. So they've got it inbounds here, and trailing by 10. They need a basket here. They want to keep pace with Tri-Valley. You can't fall farther behind in this first 4 minutes of the second half.
Dover basketball out of the timeout. And an inbound to Kaiser up top with McLaughlin on her. Now they kick it down to the corner. Martin swings it. And here's Tori Jones trying to put the moves on Lexi Howe. Spins, gets to the rim, and drops it in. What a nice move from Tori Jones.
That's her first points of the game. As we said, they need somebody else to help score as well, and that's 2 big points for her.
Back cut to Lexi Howe. Nice feed to McLaughlin. Short on the shot. Ditmar gets fouled, and it's off the rim. 2 shots
and that's
for Eva
be
Ditmar.
On Jones. That's her 4th foul. That's a huge foul in this game.
Tori Jones is, as you've noted several times, Dave, the primary ball handler on most offensive possessions for the Crimson Tornadoes, and Ditmar high arcing free throw is off the back of the rim. And so coming into the game, Tori Schenkel, number 44, in for the first time for Dover. Ditmar goes 1 for 2.
Back to a 9-point advantage here for Tri-Valley.
Now Kaiser's going to have to take over ball handling responsibilities, and she does a very nice job breaking the press on her own, gets to the rim, floats it up and in. Just doing it all on her own on that possession.
And they've cut it to 7 now.
Kaiser has 10, the first Tornado in double figures. Howe, nice back cut feed to Ditmar.
And that's one of those staples of the Tri-Valley offense, that back cut, and it's such a nice pass there from Lexi.
Krupa forcing Kaiser to the sideline, now a trap. What a save, and a pass to Luneborg, and then a feed down low, and it's going to go out of bounds. Oh my goodness, if they would have scored on that, that would have been the sequence of the night, I think.
It would have been a momentum builder for them. That would have been the case, but 9-point deficit now. We've crossed into that last 4 minutes of the third quarter now.
And now Howe's just going to hold it up there at midcourt, and we saw this a lot on Thursday between this team and Zanesville. And so Kaiser's going to now kind of tiptoe out there and maybe put some pressure on her, maybe not.
Tri-Valley wants them to play man-to-man, and they really don't want to right now. They've got a couple bad matchups out there, I think.
And Howe is just content to sit up there and dribble. And
why not?
I mean, yeah, you're playing with a 9-point lead.
You got a 9-point lead, and the other team doesn't want to even try to play. I just stand out there and hold it too. I mean, we talked about this the other night. We didn't like the strategy the other night, but
this makes sense.
This makes sense. I mean,
yes.
If you're not going to come out and play them and you're trailing by 9, you're just letting the clock tick.
And you hear a couple fans scream out boring, but this is, you're just burning time off the clock.
Are you going to sit here and do this the rest of the ball game, or are you going to play them? I mean, that's
because someone's got to do something eventually, right?
And
there's no shot clock, so
defense,
you don't have to be urgent.
It's up to the trailing team. If you are behind, you have to force the action.
Now Howe's going to force the action. Ditmar hands it back off to Howe.
They're not going to take a shot that they don't want to right now.
And now Howe's going to pull it back out, but Kaiser's going to step out this time. McLaughlin tried to set a screen. Hard to do against that zone look, and Carly Rose kicks to the corner. McLaughlin on the baseline looking for somebody to flash middle. No one does. Now Rose is going to cut. Ditmar was wide open at the high post. Howe missed her. Now Krupa in the corner. McLaughlin feeds to Ditmar. Kick out to Carly Rose. 4-3. High arcer. Air ball. Krupa gets the rebound. And a timeout called, a 30-second timeout from Coach Kaufman. A lot of patience on that possession. They got a nice shot from Rose. Just didn't fall. And now he's going to talk some strategy with his girls.
Well, and I'd like to see what Dover's going to do out of the timeout. Are they going to switch up their defense here? Because obviously, even after they held the ball there for better than a minute, when they came back out on offense, and tried to push the tempo again, they weren't going to take a shot that they really didn't. It had to be a really good shot.
Right.
And I'm not really sure if they wanted the three from Rose, but it was a good shot in terms of it was one of those where they attacked inside and kicked it back out.
It was in the flow of the offense.
Yeah, it was in the flow. She's already standing there with her shoulders square to the basket. She's just got to catch it and shoot it. That's a good shot. In the flow of the offense. So, we'll see what they come with out of the timeout here.
Krupa's going to inbound from the corner to McLaughlin, and now Howe is going to set up the offense.
Man-to-man now.
Looking for the back cut. Nothing there. Rose picks up her dribble, throws it back out. Down to 1:20 left in the third. Still a 9-point game, and this possession has lasted almost 2 minutes, or maybe over 2 minutes now, as Howe's going to kick to Krupa in the corner for 3. Yes!
Bang.
Anna Krupa from downtown. She has 7. It's a 12-point lead for Tri-Valley. We're under a minute remaining. And a trap. Kaiser throws it ahead to Addie Martin. Now another trap. Martin gets out of it.
Boy, Tri-Valley doing such a nice job with the traps and just putting that extra pressure on the basketball.
Kaiser has Rose on her, tries to spin, get to her spot, throw it up, hits the side of the backboard. She gets her own miss, pump fake, and a layup.
Nobody from Tri-Valley wanted to rebound the basketball. Lexi was standing there with her hands up. They got to get the basketball in that situation.
22 seconds left in the third, 10-point game. Tri-Valley presumably playing for the last shot here as we're down to 13 seconds. Krupa with the basketball. Now they're going to get it to Lexi Howe. 8 seconds. And she's got to go. There's 5 seconds, and they're just going to hold it. Krupa's going to fire a deep three just off the front of the rim, and that was a bad possession to close the quarter. And Coach Kaufman, I don't think, is very happy with that, and there was no urgency to close the quarter from Tri-Valley there.
He's not happy camper. Little confusion there, I think.
And we'll be right back after messages from our sponsors, Rankin and Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC, Muskingum Valley Health.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin and Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
Hey, this is Sergeant Raz. This is what it's like in the National Guard. Did I mention it was part-time? I give them my time, they pay for my education. We all have family. This is my extended one. What are you doing today? Check out nationalguard.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Fourth quarter underway. Tri-Valley with a 10-point lead and 8 minutes away from going to the regional. A nice give and go. Lexi Howe extends that lead to 12 as she hits the layup. 34-22, 7:46 to play now. Tri-Valley with that pressure, and they forced almost another turnover, but Dover does get to keep possession here. And Tori Jones underneath the basket here, going to inbound it for Dover. She's got 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. And inbounds it. Luna Borg had it. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Eva Dittmar rips down the rebound, gets it to Howe. Tri-Valley on the break. Gets it McLaughlin, same give and go look again, not there that time. Carly Rose has got it, over to Howe. Howe penetrates, looking for that backdoor cut. Krupa can't corral it, it goes out of bounds, and that's Tri-Valley's 10th turnover. Dover gonna inbound it here against that full court pressure. Krupa almost gets a tip there. Back to Connor. She doesn't see Rose coming. Rose gets a back tip. Tri-Valley just everywhere on defense here. Tori Jones going to inbound it. Now to Kaiser. She needs to score for Dover. She pulls up, lines up the three. No good. Howe's got it.
That was way off.
7:02 to go. 34-22 Tri-Valley. Howe, crossover dribble. Out to Krupa. Krupa penetrates. Dittmar going to come around for the basketball. She penetrates. She gets it tipped away, but Howe comes up with it. She penetrates. She going to the rim, and that's 2.
And that was a bull in the matador right there. I mean,
Yes,
nobody stepped in the way.
I love it. The bull in the matador. 36-22 now, Tri-Valley. 6.5 minutes to play. Almost a travel forced. Dover's got it again. There's Kaiser. She kicks it over to Jones. She penetrates. Spin dribble. Nice move. Got 2. Nice move. Tori Jones. Her 4th point of the basketball game. 36-24 now. 6:10 to go in the ball game. Lexi Howe walking it up for the Scotties. She penetrates a little bit. Now Dittmar's got it. Crossover dribble. Nothing happening. Back to Howe. Going to be really patient, it looks like. Howe penetrates, dumps it down to McLaughlin. She can't handle it. Stolen away. Dover got a chance now to get it down to 10. Kaiser, spin move. Dumps
Really
it
nice
off.
pass.
Nice pass. Nice pass to Connor there. She can't get the basket, but she does get fouled.
That was kind of a card out of Tri-Valley's hand there with the backdoor cut to the basket.
Yes, it was. She's got a chance to get a couple free throws here. 36-24, 5:39 to play. They trail by 12. Tri-Valley here looking to try to close this one out here in the 4th quarter. 36-24. Lexi Howe right now leading all scorers. She's got 16 of the 36, so she's got a pretty hefty percentage there of the Tri-Valley points. And Morgan Kaiser there for Dover. She's got 12. So, you know, the two leading scorers are probably doing what you would expect them to do here.
Yes. And with this 12-point lead for Tri-Valley, I mean, you can keep Riley Tracy on the bench for as long as you need to. You don't need to force her back into the game right now and risk having her pick up a 5th foul. If you can play with a 10-plus point lead and have her on the bench, then, I mean, you're A-okay.
And she's very disruptive on defense. And, she's been able to put the ball in the basket a few times here for Tri-Valley in games we've covered this season. But they've got her back out there right now, as a matter of fact. Liddick's in the game. Rose. Lexi Howe. Taylor Dupler here.
Funny how I say that, you don't need to rush her back onto the court, and then Coach Kaufman puts her back out on the floor. So
nice job, Will.
My analysis is great.
All right, Connor lets the first one fly. Off the back of the iron, no good. she misses this one. Tri-Valley has not done a very good job at boxing out on these free throw opportunities, so maybe a little focus here during the timeout, but she gets the second one. 36-25, 5:35 to go. Dover going to try to trap. Nice look from Howe. She gets it to Riley Tracy. They got it out of the trap. Now Howe trying to penetrate with it. Looking to penetrate again, and they're going to call a foul, that time on Kaiser. That's going to be her first, and that's only the team's third. And really, you would want them to be in the bonus soon so you can try to stop the clock with some fouls. And it's a steal. They're going to call alternating possession, and that's going to go to Dover. Nice play there by Kaiser, getting her hands on the basketball. Jones to inbound it. And she's got it back. Carly Rose pressuring her. Gets a screen out top. They switch. That's a bad switch. She just penetrates right around Dupler. Dupler in a mismatch there. Dover knocked the ball. Well, Tri-Valley knocked the ball. Dover's going to keep it. They inbound it. Martin's got it. Now to Jones. Kaiser at the top of the key. Three is off the mark. Rebound scrambled. Dittmar has it. Gets fouled. Nice sportsmanship there from Connor. Just saying, hey, part of the game, and Dittmar knew it. Acknowledged the just being aggressive. Krupa coming back into the game here for Liddick. 36-25, just under 5 minutes to go here in this one. Howe on the dribble. Dover going to try to trap him. Kicks it over. Dupler's got it. She doesn't want it in that corner. Howe penetrates back to Dupler. She lets the three go. Rose with the rebound. Krupa's got it. Dupler again, back to Howe. Going to reset the possession here. 4:32 to go now, 11-point lead. Dupler's got it, doesn't want the three this time. Krupa takes it out to the middle of the floor. Trying to be patient. Rose almost stopped and caused a turnover there. But
yes.
Grabbed it anyway. Lexi's got it, she penetrates. Knocked away from her.
And I wonder who they're going to call a foul on there, because they both kind of hit the floor. They're going to call it on Dover here.
Yeah, Luneborg. That's her first, team's fifth.
Howe kind of landed on top of Luneborg.
Yeah. Two more fouls before their free throw shot here. Howe's got it on the inbound. Crossover dribble, penetration. Out to Dupler. She penetrates. Krupa's got it. She penetrates out to Howe. Howe lets a three go in the corner. Bang! Lexi Howe with a three. Her 7th point of the quarter makes the lead 39-25 with 3:51 to go. Dover gets it out of the trap. Nice pass. Connor can't corral that next pass though, and that's going to go out of bounds. And Tri-Valley is going to control it here with 3:43 to go.
She tried to go up with it before she even really had the ball. She was just trying to get that basket. And
Lexi Howe catches the inbounds pass, surveys the defense, skips it to Krupa. Krupa gets it up. Krupa gets it to Dupler. To Howe. Little lazy pass. Not a turnover though. Krupa uses Howe's screen. Here comes a trap from Dover. Still trying to trap. Howe gets it to Rose in the corner. I don't think Rose wanted to shoot the three that time.
She's usually quick to pop, but they're going to play patient.
And Tri-Valley's now where they're holding it. They're going to make them foul you. Tri-Valley's got some good ball handlers out there in Krupa, Tracy, and Howe. And there's a foul. And that's going to be on Kaiser. That's her second. That's the team's 6th foul. 3:06 to play. Next foul, we're going to be in the bonus. Dover's going to call a timeout. Try to figure out what they want to do here to try to make a run here with just 3:06 left in this one, trailing by 14.
Yeah, well, they've just got to do a better job against the pressure from Tri-Valley. They can't turn the ball over anymore. You've got to get a good shot every single possession now. And then, I mean, you're going to have to start fouling eventually just to stop the clock. Yes, you're going to put Tri-Valley at the free throw line, but time is of the essence right now. And
well, right now, too, you know Lexi Howe's going to handle the basketball.
Right.
And she's a very good free throw shooter. over 70% from a year. So, you know, she's a good free throw shooter. They're going to try to keep it in her hands. She's the best ball handler. She's, you know, obviously she's, you know, she does a lot of good things for Tri-Valley. So they're going to have to try to. And Dover needs quick shots and good shots. I mean, they can't just come down and throw everything up.
Right.
They need good shots. They need quality shots. And then they've got to force some turnovers and maybe get some help from some missed free throws out of Tri-Valley. But now this is next foul is going to be free throw time for Tri-Valley. 3:06 to go. They're going to shoot free throws, and they got a 14-point lead. So you got to be feeling pretty good if you're a Tri-Valley fan right now. And there is that 7th foul. And that's going to be Morgan Kaiser's 3rd foul. They do not need her to foul out. Might designate somebody else to be the fouler here right now. Lexi going to shoot 1 in the bonus. And the first one's good. Really didn't expect any different out of her. She's a really good free throw shooter, and this is money time here. Lexi's she's gonna be shooting a lot of free throws here in the last 3 minutes, I think. Got the second one. 41-25, Tri-Valley by 16 here. 3:02 to go. Pressure still on from Tri-Valley. They're going to try to make it tough on Dover the whole way here. Dover now into the front court. Kaiser got the ball screen. She's working against Tracy, who's got 4 fouls. She stops, gets a shot up, and it's good. 41-27. Riley Tracy with the basketball. Back to Howe. Wise move there. Didn't dribble it into an area where you can trap. Back into our little delay game. And they fouled Dittmar. Probably a better move there. Start talking about who you want to foul in those timeouts, and I'm sure they're thinking about fouling anybody but Howe.
Anybody but Howe and maybe Riley Tracy too.
Dittmar got 1 in the bonus now. And that one's going to be off. So here comes Dover, a chance to cut down that 14-point lead with 2:25 to go. Martin with the basketball. Picks it up. Get it out of trouble. Penetration. Nice spin. Gets it to, ooh, in and out. I thought that was going down from
too.
Kaiser. Nice move. Thought she got a tough shot to go, and it just rolled in and out on her.
The rim just hated her there.
Here we are in a delay game again for Tri-Valley. They're not going to be in a big hurry. They're going to get some fouls here. Howe penetrates, kicks it back to Tracy. Playing a little game of keep away. Tracy just about got that one tipped away. Play-by-play nightmare once again. Oh, Howe sees Dupler deep. A lot of contact, no foul called though. And here comes Dover on the run. Martin's got it. She's going to go all the way to the rim, and she lays it in. Nice job by Addie Martin. That's her 4th point of the game. It's 41-29 with 1:22 to play. Tri-Valley not going to be in a big hurry to try to get to the rim right now. They're going to run clock. 1:15 now. Krupa dribbles. She kicks it in the corner to Dittmar. Krupa's got it again out at half court. They're going to have to foul. They need to stop the clock. Dupler's got it. Kicks it out to Riley Tracy. They need to foul. They need to foul to stop the clock. We're down to 50 seconds to go, and it's a 12-point game. Jones can't foul. She's got 4. That's why she doesn't want to foul. That's a pass that's going to get stolen every time right there. Not a good decision. Here comes Dover. Nice tip from Krupa. And Krupa's got the basketball again.
That's
good hustle from Riley Tracy. 30 seconds to play. Tri-Valley by 12. Tri-Valley going to win this one. Going to make another trip to the regional. Krupa's got it. Now to Dittmar. Tri-Valley fans starting to applaud. Their team going to go to the regional. Once again, another district championship for Tri-Valley. They're going to play Vinton County Tuesday night, 8 o'clock at Zanesville High School. Both teams just going to let the clock run here. Super job by Tri-Valley today, getting back to some Tri-Valley style basketball. Good effort from Dover. District runner-up for Dover. Congratulations to Coach Kaufman and the Tri-Valley Scotties. And we're going to stay here on the air. We're going to get this trophy presentation here on camera as well.
And they're quick to bring those medals out and that table out onto the floor. And yeah, just like you said, Dave, a great job by Tri-Valley today, getting back to their brand of basketball. They, like you said, they kind of struggled earlier here in 2021 with the quarantine issues and having to sit for a couple of weeks. Still winning games, but it just really wasn't their brand of basketball. And they finally got back to it today at the right time. And now you're going to move on to the regional, and you're going to play Vinton County. And you're back in the dance, back in the Sweet 16, and a chance to finish what you started last year, getting to the Final Four. And unfortunately, the coronavirus pandemic kind of shut everything down. Just 10 minutes away from the gym, you know, you're on the bus, and then you find out you can't play. And so this is a chance for them now to finish what they started.
Final scoring here, and as we're awarding Dover their district runner-up trophy and medals, for Tri-Valley, Lexi Howell with 21, Riley Tracy with 4, Anna Krupa with 7, Taylor Dupler with 4, Eva Detmar with 3, and Carly Rose with 3. And Carly Rose played a great game defensively too. She had a big 3, but she played a great game defensively. For Dover, Luneborg with 3, Martin with 4, Jones with 4, Kaiser with 14, and Connor with 4 rounds out the 29 there for the Crimson Tornadoes.
The Lady Tornadoes, Addie Martin. Number 22, Tori Jones.
We were talking about earlier, Will,
23 for Dover.
Lexi Howell has 21, but she got some supporting help today.
Oh, yes.
5 other players in the scoring column, so that's big for Tri-Valley as they move on.
Yeah, and you know, Riley Tracy still struggled a little bit. She had the foul trouble too. Had picked up the 4th foul 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and so she didn't see a whole lot of minutes in the second half. But she got help from other people, like you said. Anna Krupa had 7.
Yep.
Dupler had the first 2 baskets of the game to pop the cork for the Scotties. Ditmar contributed, especially defensively. I mean, they got a lot of help here this afternoon, and on Tuesday they'll need even more help playing against Vinton County. So
it's like I don't know. You got Sheridan, there. You got Tri-Valley there. I mean,
wouldn't it be great to see a 3rd installment,
an MVL reunion there, and going to check and see if I got a score on that West Holmes. The last I have is a 3rd quarter score. After 3, Indian Creek leads West Holmes 39-37. So that's
a close one. Big congratulations to Dover for a district runner-up finish this season, and you played Tri-Valley close in that 1st quarter, and then 2nd quarter on, it seemed like Tri-Valley controlled most of the basketball game.
Yeah, they did. They just, it's probably I was watching one of the highlights there on our Storied Rivals of the game highlights, and they were in the locker room at halftime, Coach Kaufman saying, let's play basketball the way we know how to play basketball. I think they did that today.
Yes. And it's been an honor and a privilege to cover Tri-Valley sports this year, football in 2020, and then boys and girls basketball team here 2020/2021. And I want to thank our sponsors as well. A big thank you to our sponsors, Rankin and Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC Muskingum Valley Health Centers, for supporting Storied Rivals during this athletic season, this basketball season. And what a great season it was. Filled with a lot of uncertainty, Dave. We weren't sure at certain parts of the year what was going to happen throughout, but we got here in the end. And
congrats to coaches coming out now. Congrats to all of them. Good group of people, nice group of kids. People out here have been fantastic to us. It's been really a fun time out here covering this team. They play hard. They're unselfish.
Now the team's going to accept the trophy here. Tracy and Dupler do the honors for the team. What a moment for this team. Kind of had their season stripped away from them last year. A lot of teams did. And now they're back in the dance again, trying to finish what they started a year ago. Well, Dave, that kind of brings us to the end of the road here for basketball season as we move into the regional now, and we will be watching from afar this this Tri-Valley team. And they're going to move on to play Vinton County in the Sweet 16, like you said, on Tuesday next week at 8 o'clock.
I think he's going to stay with the camera so he can watch it, get him here cutting down the nets. So
yes.
The people at home can see him cutting down the nets.
Absolutely. I think they're going to get a team photo first before they do all of that. But
we could photobomb this right now.
We could. I mean, we're right there. We are right there.
I don't think they want us in this picture.
No. It's not our moment. It's their moment. The #1 seed Tri-Valley Lady Scotties moving on to the regional again, like we said, and they beat Dover here this afternoon 41-29 as the team gets their photo taken after a district championship victory. Dover also got their team picture taken, a runner-up here in the district tournament, and great season for them, finishing overall at 13-10. Including the loss here this afternoon to Tri-Valley. And we want to thank all the viewers at home, too, for tuning in all year long. You're on Storied Rivals YouTube page, youtube.com/Storied Rivals. Joining me and Dave for a great basketball season.
Oh, they're going to go. Wait, you go to the one with the.
Well, they have the ladder here in front of us, and they go to the other basketball hoop. So I'm not sure which one. Oh, they're gonna. I think they're gonna walk. Maybe they're gonna walk the floor together. Yes. They're gonna play some music as well. This is. Essentially, this is their last game at home, so kind of their senior night in a way. They did senior night at the beginning of the season with all the uncertainty, but made it to this point, and you're going to get that chance to walk the floor. And the seniors, Riley Tracy and Taylor Dupler, going to walk to the ladder together. Tracy's going to be the first one to cut a part of that net off.
Where's the scissors?
So I can't do much without scissors. There they are. So Tracy's going to get the first piece for Tri-Valley. There it is. And so, Dave, looking ahead now, I guess, to Tuesday for Tri-Valley and Vinton County. You mentioned it earlier. I mean, the further you get in the tournament, it doesn't get any easier. It's going to always get harder for both the teams. But, I mean, just early thoughts on that matchup coming up on Tuesday against Vinton County, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock from Zanesville High School.
Well, Vinton County kind of crashing the party. It's their first trip there.
Yes.
So, you know, Tri-Valley has just been there. It's been there, done that. So, I mean, if experience is a key, then, you know, at least they've been there. It's right down the road. You got to make it's a 15-minute trip. So
yes, yeah, I mean, not going to have to travel at all.
Exactly. So they got a couple things working in their favor that way.
And you see Riley Tracy over there on the sideline, Dave, is a little emotional. Well as Taylor Dupler over there too. I think the realization that it's the last home game of their careers here at Tri-Valley, and job's not finished yet though in the Sweet 16, and survive in advance, kind of like you said the other day, Jimmy V. They survived against Zanesville the other night in a close one, but now they're playing their best basketball at the right time. So it's working out in their favor, it looks like, and playing a team in Vinton County. It's their first time making it to the dance, like you said, so crashing the party. I'll steal your words there.
Yeah. When was the first time anybody cut down a net? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
where
where
you to do this.
Yeah, what
it's
started
a great
the tradition?
It's
Yes,
a great
it
tradition.
is.
It really is.
I had the opportunity to do that a couple times in a season with the Meadowbrook Colts back in 2017 when that team made it to the Sweet 16. And our team won a district championship.
Well, we just got a message
from Aaron Sprague
from the head man at Storied
Yes.
Rivals. We might get to do the regional. I would be pumped if we get to do the regional.
If we do, it may not be the end of the road
It
for us
might
yet,
not
Dave.
be,
It
so.
may not. You might get to see him one more time. And it's not that far of a drive. Roughly the same.
Yep.
Driving out to Zanesville High School, and of course we'll keep you posted on that on Storied Rivals. Make sure you're checking out Storied Rivals on social media, on Twitter, and turning on that notification bell so you find out whether or not we will be covering the Tri-Valley Lady Scotties. And Aaron Sprague, the head man, saying it is a good possibility. So I guess we'll find out here, Mr. Dave Hilliard, whether or not we're going to be traveling to Zanesville High School next Tuesday.
We'll see. It's a possibility we could do both games there. We'll get Aaron Sprague on that right now.
And I feel like Eva Ditmore has been up there for a while trying to cut down that piece of net, but she finally got it. Still a handful of girls to go up and get a piece of that net. And Aaron Sprague said we will know on Monday whether or not we will be able to cover Tri-Valley Lady Scotties in the regional. So make sure you're following Storied Rivals on social media over the weekend and on Monday to get that official word.
Either way, good luck to Tri-Valley,
Yes.
and hope they play well at Zanesville Tuesday night.
100%. And it's been a great season. And like we always said, it seemed like at the beginning of the season we always said this. We weren't sure if we were going to get there in the end, but here we are and still moving forward. Carly Rose is going to get a piece of that net now. I've never done play-by-play on a net cutting ceremony before, Dave, so it's a first. Getting all kinds of experience here. And we also want to thank everybody here at Tri-Valley High School, as Dave said earlier, for just being so welcoming and helpful to us this season and helping us do the best we can to cover Tri-Valley sports this year. And our man Jason Cunningham over there on the camera doing his magic over there.
He's doing a little extra duty today with
yes,
this
he
net
is.
cutting down, so good for him too. He's got his little daughter with him. He's a big fan.
Just 2 more girls to cut down a part of that net now, and then presumably Coach Kaufman is going to get to take down the whole thing at the end. Ashley Dinan's up there now, and then one more. And then net has come down and going to hand it over to Coach Kaufman. And that wraps up the net cutting ceremony, and the district champions are the Tri-Valley Lady Scotties. The final score 41-29, taking down the Dover Crimson Tornadoes. Lexi Howe leading the way with 21 points, and they're going to play Vinton County on Tuesday, and we'll let you know on Storied Rivals social media whether or not we will be covering the regional for the Tri-Valley Lady Scotties. But Dave, any final thoughts as we move into Tuesday, covering or not covering, you know, the thoughts on the game and the rest of the journey here for the Scotties?
Just congrats to the team. Just a great job, and good luck to them Tuesday night.
For Jason Cunningham over there on the camera, Dave Hilliard, I'm Will Ford signing off for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Storied Rivals YouTube, and we may see you Tuesday night. Tri-Valley taking on Vinton County. Good luck to the Lady Scotties, and thank you so much for tuning in on youtube.com/Storied Rivals. Have a great rest of your day.